Hey folks, Chris once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is yet another request, this time from Alex. And he wanted to say, is seeing a Chucky that bad? And I'm here to say that no, it's not. I mean, I know people don't like that movie. I know even the biggest Chucky fans don't hate that movie to death. But I'm not gonna lie, I love this movie. I love this movie. Glenn, ready to piss some people off? I like Glenn. Glenn is sympathetic. I feel sorry for him. I say Chucky and Tiffany are my two favorite characters, though, after Glenn. But I don't know, I find this movie really funny. Chucky and Tiffany are hilarious. The kills, oh my god, the kills are great. Some of the goriest, most graphic kills in the franchise. I gotta say, the most graphic kills are probably in Cult of Chucky and the remake. But this one has some pretty cool kills too. I recently reacted to the scene where Glenn and Chucky have a karate showdown. I'm gonna spoil a couple things, but I'm not gonna spoil anything that's gonna be exciting. Or might be exciting to you, but I think it's a little bit better than Curse and Cole. I don't like those two that much, but those two aren't fun. Chucky looks weird in Curse, and Chucky is, I don't know, I mean, he's better in Cult, but Cult has some really unnecessary filler and boring scenes that I don't like it that much. But, yeah. Cult Chucky was just a little bit too boring for me. I mean, I like the kills. The part where the girl gets her head cut off is pretty cool. It's just, I don't care for the story, but I feel that Nika is probably the most likable character in both of those movies. But in C, other than the dolls, the only character I really liked was Jennifer Tilly, and I forget her name, but it was the girl who kept writing fake letters to Jennifer Tilly. If you know who that is, you know who that is. Like I said, the kills are awesome. The movie basically opens up with like a POV shot, and you see a knife grabbing a knife from the cave, and he's in this little girl's house. Dad gets stabbed, mom gets stabbed in the shower. You get a real glimpse of Glenn with a knife, and it's a very creepy image. And then Glenn wakes up, and right in your face, Glenn's like, ah! That definitely could scare somebody. And listen, Glenn isn't. I don't find him that terrible like people say he is. I mean, he is terrifying. He is creepy, unintentionally creepy, but you can't help but feel sorry for him, mainly because he gets treated like shit. This guy keeps him in the cage. He gets away, and he flies all the way to Hollywood to Chuck and Tiffany. He brings him back from the alien, which is, I do have a problem with that. It's Tiffany dolls actually a whole man, and they wake up. They think that Glenn's a boy or a girl, and it's this fight throughout the movie. Yeah, I think it's interesting. But there's one scene that might not be politically correct where Chucky, how do I say this slightly? He, chokes his chicken. And Tiffany inseminates Jennifer Tilly with it. And she has her babies. And then they transfer Glenn and Glenda's soul into it. At the end, both kids and Jennifer Tilly are Tiffany and Glenn. Before that, Chucky axes Tiffany in the head, kills her, but she's not dead. You know she transferred herself. But then Glenn brutally cuts Chucky up to pieces. And then Glenn's sitting there upset, which is a very emotional scene. And cuts to a couple years later, Glenn's in his body, Glenn is in her body, and Tiffany is in her body. And that's how the movie ends. I love this movie. I like this movie. I don't love it, but I like it. I said the kills are awesome. Got a head that gets popped out, which is pretty horrific. It was Tony Gardner, the guy who made the movie, which is awesome. Redman gets his guts falls out when he's eating dinner, which is probably the most disturbing kill in the movie. John Waters gets like acid on his face and it's like all gooey and mushy. Pretty cool effect. And I said Chucky gets chopped to pieces. That looked really good. His head gets Tony gets axed in the head, which looked pretty cool. I think that's all the death scenes in the movie, as I can remember. Oh, the assistant gets brutally set on fire and she falls off the balcony and then she falls later. I think that's it. So yeah, I think Chucky's pretty cool. It's a very mad movie. I say it's one of the worst ones, but I still like it. I think the first four in the remake are better, but it's definitely better. This one's definitely better than Cult and Curse. I mean, you gotta give it a benefit of the doubt. At least it's not overly suspensefully charged like Curse and Cult when they shouldn't be. When Chucky kills Britney Spears, yeah, that was pretty silly. Or violins are bad, or you're pissing your pants. I mean, what do you expect? It's a horror comedy, man. I mean, I say if you like Bride of Chucky, let me ask you a question. Why don't you like Shade Chucky? They're both comedies. They're both self-aware. They're both like, they both have the same look as Chucky and Tiffany, only Tiffany has Jack and Bride. Glenn's an interesting character, at least in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this movie's good? Do you think it's complete trash like everybody says it is? Do you think Glenn sucks? Do you think Glenn's actually a interesting character like I think? Let me know in the comments below. And me and Glenn are gonna go on a nice fatherly walk. So yeah. So thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Glenn, get up.